Don't see any of this.
Yeah.
This is how you get by, kids. Trust me.
This interview is gonna be so fire. Like my editor is gonna have a field day with this.
This has gone off the rails.
What's good, y'all? We are at Dancefestopia 2018. We're with my boy Kevin, aka Tynan. The super bass producer that's popping up on the scene right now. We're gonna get to know him a little bit better. Starting off with, where are you from?
I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right now living in Oklahoma City.
So do you think that the city that you lived there like your whole life, or?
Yeah, I grew up in Tulsa, like moved to Oklahoma City about like 5-6 years ago.
Okay, and do you think that the city that you grew up in influenced your musical style?
I mean, probably the people that was around like in that time, like, you know, the friends that you have when you're growing up, they will influence what music you listen to. They'll like sway like whatever, I don't know.
And what were y'all listening to growing up?
So a lot of it was, this is really lame, but it was a lot of like metal and
there is absolutely nothing lame about that.
not metal, but math rock. And I don't know, a lot of in high school I was in a math rock band. We crushed it, but we didn't have it. Like nobody in the band wanted to do anything, so
nobody took it as serious as maybe you did at the time.
So like it got to the point where after I heard electronic music, I was like, guys, I'm done.
So let's talk more about that. When was your everybody has that like defining moment when they're like, yo, this is what I want to do. So what was that for you?
I mean, I'd say it was a pivotal, like the moment that like made me decide like, okay, I want to do this. As lame as it is, I was driving to school and my friends told me about like, hey, you gotta listen to this dubstep thing. You gotta listen to dubstep.
What is that? The music? I'm sorry, is that music?
Oh yeah, dude, that's the dubstep, man. That's my jam.
So the night before, I downloaded 2 songs. One was Bass Nectar's Here We Go, and then Scary Monsters and Ice Sprites. Listen to Here We Go like on the way to school, like, okay. And then listen to Scary Monsters and Ice Sprites, and was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yes! Oh my gosh! Hashtag big mood. Like straight up. I feel like that was everybody's first reaction to that shit.
It was like, oh, you can do like cool shit with this.
Yo,
wow.
This is fire. How do I do this?
Yeah, so it was at that point I was like, I want to know how to do this. And then like, you know, 6-7 years later, I still don't know how to do it.
Shout out Skrillex, bro, the god, okay? So moving on a little bit, so you fast forward in your career, you're starting to learn how to produce. What year was that for you?
It really started to take off about like 2015. I had not only my first label release, but like my first label release was with Play Me Records with my friend Crystal Vision. And then about like a month later, Denmark hit me up, asked me for tracks. Sent them some stuff and got a release on Newsworks. Like, yeah.
Is that like one of their sub-labels?
It was like, it was a weekly thing that they used to do, and they still do it, I think.
Shout out Denmark.
Where, you know, they would put up like a little more unknown people to I don't know, just like release shit from some up and coming artists. And yeah.
Do you still consider yourself an up and coming artist, or do you think that you've started broken the barrier in the mold?
Man, I mean, enough people have told me that I'm breaking the barrier, so I'm like,
for sure.
Okay, I'm getting there.
I agree.
It still doesn't feel like it. I don't know.
I agree because you have a very unique sound. Your sound design is what sets you apart. I feel like everybody recognizes you for that. It's songs that you hear that make you say, what the fuck, you know? So what really inspires you to like make this stuff and this sounds, you know?
I mean, don't know. I could be lame and list off people, but really what it is me sitting at the computer for like hours on end, just messing with a bunch of different plugins and like different ways that I can like process sounds. Like say, get out of here, Carbon.
Mackenzie, stay. Shout out Mackenzie's ass. Hey. This is where we drop. Yeah, this is where we drop the picture.
We drop the pic.
Feel free, crash the interview.
Okay,
yeah. Shout out
I don't want to crash
Mackenzie.
this. No, get in this.
We forgot to talk about Mackenzie's ass the other day, so shout out Mackenzie.
It turns out Carbon's ass is now more famous than Carbon himself.
Yes. It's doing better than Boss. It's doing better than everything, you know.
It's all
people have been playing it
screensavers.
out at shows recently. What's going on, man?
What up, man? What's good? I hope you don't remember my tweet. And
Oh, I remember your fucking tweet, kid. Listen to me. Welcome to my green room.
what do you feel like was a show that was like pivotal for you? We're like, yo, I'm doing this. Like,
Penis.
Penis.
I love this interview.
It was probably Hardfest when company Kyle introduced me to everyone as Keenus.
That's penis. Wow.
That was how.
Keenus?
Yeah, hey, Keenus.
Okay, so you play that show, you're sitting in the crowd, and you're like, yo, I'm really doing something right now. What do you feel like is the next big thing for you when you cross this line or play the show, like the next on your bucket list? where you're like, yo.
Just pulls out 3 beers, okay.
So this is my favorite type of interview, like where it's just mad conversation. This is what the fans kind of want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like the behind the scenes shit they'll never see.
Don't see any of this.
Yeah.
This is how you get by, kids. Trust me.
I went outside to warn him. I went outside to warn him about an interview going on here, and then I kind of forgot. So this is my
Look,
bad.
I got my
at the end of the day.
Pafrino. I need this.
So back to seriousness. So next on your bucket list, something that would make you be like, yo, like this is the next thing I want to do that makes me feel like I'm keeping going up this ladder, you know?
Well, see, I don't know. For the most part, I don't really have like a giant goal. Like I have things that like, you know, in the future, like I would want to do with the Tynan project, but you know, in the long run, like I don't have like specific goals. It's more like, okay, let's get this project big enough so I can do this with it. Like, I mean, eventually I'd like to put out a full album where like, where it's like, you know, an actual album instead of like just a collection of songs.
Something that like tells a story, I guess.
Yeah.
So of all the tracks that you've put out right now, and you know you have acquired quite a fan base. Like your songs are very, very unique and your own thing, and people are blown away by them. So of all your songs you've made, what would you say is your favorite? It's a lot to choose from, the discography, because they're your children. How do you pick one?
I think it would be it's a tie between Somewhere Somehow, released on Twonk earlier this year.
Fuck.
And probably Maldemar on Never Say Die.
I need that.
I feel like that's my first actual dubstep track that like people actually fucked with. After like years of trying, people were like, "Oh, this is it. He can do dubstep too."
By Jove, he's got it.
Alright, so you're about to actually play Dancefestopia, that's where we're at. And so if
Wait,
you could-
we are?
Yeah, oh my, no, not Bass Canyon like Hesh said earlier. Thank you, Bass Canyon! But okay, so you're about to play Dancefestopia. I'm sure you have a great set made for us today. Do you specifically plan out your sets based on where you're at and the vibe, or is it more on the spot thing, or?
So I've tried like planning out my sets, but it always ends up like I give up on my planned set and just play whatever the fuck I want. Because, I don't know, you can't like, at least in my experience, you can't like plan out how a crowd will react to whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to like go with the vibe and like be prepared to like just fucking wing it.
Yep.
So,
And our final question, and this is completely unserious, so feel free to take your time to think about it. It's our closing question.
Okay.
If you could have dinner with any 3 people, real or fictional, dead or alive, who would they be? Yeah, it's about to get deep right now.
it'd probably be Liu Kang 3 times.
That's fire. Alright, man. Well, we really appreciate you taking this time. I'm sure the fans would love to see this in-depth behind the scenes. We got some hella footage today, and we really appreciate it. We're big fans, you know, at TRILLVO, so we're glad to put this out for your fans, you know. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, H-Time.